Alright, so it seems that for this collective, before I begin, please, if you're open to this reading, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you find things of this reading or things that I've said are sticking with you, even after you've watched this video, that might be a sign that that it resonated and is something to meditate on or journal on. So with that, I'll get into the reading for this collective. For the main idea of this reading, or the main focus of this reading, is on the Ace of Wands reversed, indicating that perhaps there's a passion or creative endeavor or pursuit that you've turned down or turned away from, or perhaps you're blocking yourself from going there. And it seems, in conjunction with the Three of Swords, that this is something that perhaps you don't have, you're kind of pessimistic about. Something that you might, like a narrative that you might be telling yourself is like, oh, I can't do that, or it's not for someone like me, or that it's just not for you, or perhaps you've been scorned by it in the past, and it's left a bad taste in your mouth. Like perhaps you've tried it before and you've gotten really negative reviews, or perhaps people have just been really harsh with the things that you've created or the passions that you have, and you've internalized that perhaps, and you're holding that as maybe a truth when it's just one of the stories that we tell ourselves. And so the reading is suggesting that be open to receiving the Magician energy. So be open to learning, growing, creating with the resources that you have, or having this energy step in. Because the story of the Magician is a individual or energy that has access to all four suites of the tarot. So all four suits of the tarot. That's wands, that's swords, that's cups, that's pentacles, and using those to alchemize or manifest their future. And there's a cautionary energy attached to the Magician, where you can create and manifest whatever you'd like, whether that's growth or whether that's stepping towards this passion and unlocking your ability to move towards that passion without this heartbreak or suffering that's been attached to it before, this betrayal. Like I said, the sense that I'm getting is there was a lot of shame attached to it from an outside perspective of having done it before, having done this passion or pursued this creative endeavor and trying it, but getting a lot of negative feedback, just getting a lot of hurt from it, and like losing that I wouldn't say faith in yourself, because it seems like you have the faith in there, right? To manifest, be open to manifesting and receiving the energy to overcome this. And also with the Eight of Cups, be ready to give up what doesn't work, right? So being open to receive energy to manifest, and being also open to give into what happens, what works. There's no wrong options, but sometimes things just don't work out, or aspects of them don't work out. And so we have to be ready to create the future with what we have. And if things aren't working out, or an aspect of this passion isn't working out, doesn't go well, or is taking a little bit to learn, that is a-okay. That is part of the learning process, and that's part of going into this passion and moving forward past this grief that you may have experienced before, and allowing the resources you have at your disposal to manifest a change, whether that means like reaching out to friends, your circle, support, or collecting finances for this project, or building up the skills that you need to make it happen, right? With the Eight of Cups, it's a card of moving on from what's not working, the card of moving on, and there's grief attached to it, because maybe we're really committed to the idea of something, but in executing it, we realize that parts aren't working, and that can feel really negative, and that can feel really like, damn, this isn't gonna work, huh? Like, now I have to scrap everything. But what this is saying is, maybe don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Parts of it might work, or parts of it might not be working. It doesn't mean the whole idea is scrapped, or your whole creative or passion fueled idea isn't going to work. It's about learning, growing, taking what you have, being open to that energy of creating with what you have and making do, while also being open to, yeah, hey, maybe things aren't going to work out. Maybe I'm going to mess up. Or maybe, I'll try something and it's just not going to work out. And can I surrender to that? Can you surrender to that? Allow the things that don't work to move, and allow the things that don't work to move you towards the things that do. To finish up your reading here, I am going to draw an oracle card for you from the Archetypes Guidebook, to really understand the kind of energy that actually, to finish up your reading, instead of that oracle deck, instead of this oracle deck, which is what I was going to, I'm being drawn to the Everyday Witch Oracle. So perhaps you're beginning your journey into witchcraft or the occult, or so perhaps I'm being drawn to this card deck instead of the other one that I had picked, and so perhaps you're being drawn to a more spiritual journey, and that's why you were led to this video. But regardless, I am going to grab a Everyday Witch Oracle card for you. That wasn't a very good shuffle. One more. Maybe just not with this deck. All right. What is something that this collective needs to hear? What do they need to hear right now? imagine and envision. This goes right in line with the magician energy, that I was saying, to be open to receiving, open to playing with the magician, manifesting ideas. And this card speaks to our ability to imagine things, to sit in ourselves in our dreams and allow them to flow. Whether they seem realistic or not, the idea is to get our imagination going and to envision what these projects might look like. And so perhaps with these two right here, with the Ace of Wands reversed as the focal point of this reading, it seems that you might benefit from some meditation on your imagination, on your creative endeavors, and envisioning the process of what it would look like for you to wholeheartedly pursue a passion, and what grief or blockages you might have to work through in pursuing this. What you need to move on from with the Eight of Cups, and what can you be open to imagining and creating. So I think for you guys, if this reading resonates or parts of it resonate, I really recommend journaling or meditating. And by meditating, I mean taking time to sit with yourself and be quiet, and still yourself, focus on your breathing, and start imagining what it would look like for you to unabashedly pursue a passion, what it would look like for you to unabashedly pursue something. Like, how would it feel? How would it look like? What would you be doing? What would your schedule look like? And journaling about that or thinking about that in solitude, I think would be really helpful for you guys. All right, yeah, that is the end of the reading for this collective. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments. And let me know if you had any other interpretations of these cards, or if there were certain meanings that jumped out to you. I would love to connect, right? Tarot readings are a way for us to connect with our divine and ourselves. And so it is as much about the person reading the cards as it is the person who is they're being read for. So if you had other interpretations, or if it really hit home, please let me know, and I'd be happy to talk with you more. Thank you. Bye.